Native American oral traditions. Star people. Long before European contact, many native tribes in California, including the Chumash, Yokuts, and Miwok peoples, told stories of beings who came from the sky, taught knowledge, or watched from above. These oral traditions describe luminous beings, ancestors in the stars, and multi-layered cosmologies, cultural patterns that resonate with modern UFO themes, though they hold deep spiritual and worldview significance. Chumash cosmology and star people. The Chumash of coastal Southern California and the Channel Islands believed the universe comprised three realms: the middle world, humans, the world above, sky beings, and the world below, monsters or underworld beings. The world above is populated by supernatural figures such as Sky Snake, the Great Eagle, and the sun, who is portrayed as an old widower living in a crystalline house with daughters and wielding cosmic power. In Chumash mythology, celestial objects like the sun, moon, morning star, and Pleiades are animated ancestor or spirit beings. For example, star clusters such as the Pleiades are explained through a narrative called The Boys Who Turned into Geese, where neglected boys ascend in a sweat lodge to become the 7 stars of the Pleiades constellation. This tradition places agency and personhood in the sky not simply as abstract stars, but as beings that interact with humankind. People in trance states through vision quests or intake of toloache, a hallucinogenic plant, would reportedly receive messages from the sky world, after which they created rock pictographs or paintings meant to communicate with the spirit realm. Yokuts and Miwok star people elements. The Yokuts, who lived in the San Joaquin Valley and Sierra foothills, share creation narratives involving animals and birds cooperating to rescue land from floodwaters, eagle, crow, and duck cooperating to scoop mud from the watery abyss. Though largely animal-centered, such myths emphasize sky creatures, eagle, crow, as agents shaping the world. The Miwok, comprised of various central and coast Miwok groups, describe a class of primordial beings known as star people spirits. In one coast Miwok catalog of first spirits, names such as Pleiades and 2-star women chiefs appear alongside coyote and falcon spirits. These early spirits predate ordinary humans and are revered as ancestral or mythical beings with powers beyond the physical world. Themes and symbolism. Light, flight, and guidance. Across these traditions, a few clear motifs emerge. Luminous sky ancestors. The stars, sun, and moon are personified or deified, sometimes even ancestors, indicating a cultural belief in beings who traverse the sky and influence human affairs. Interworld travel. Vision journeys and mythic narratives describe coyote or others moving between worlds, and humans receiving messages via spiritual intermediaries or plant-induced trance states. Teaching and warnings from above. Star people or sky beings were associated with imparting knowledge about seasons, cosmology, or moral conduct to human beings. Cosmological maps and star knowledge. The Chumash produced arborglyphs and pictographs aligned to solar and stellar cycles. Elders like Alan Salazar and Joe Talagon emphasize how these aided navigation, calendars, and ritual timing. Cultural effects and social role. Community cohesion and identity. These stories served multiple social functions. They unify ancestral origin, cosmology, art, and ritual into coherent identity. The Chumash Syakstan story circle mosaic, for instance, visually encodes the three-world cosmology: sky people, Channel Islands, serpents, floods, and even resistance to colonial disruption, all reinforcing a shared cultural memory and spiritual framework. Spiritual leadership and healing. Chumash shamans using toloache to enter trance played roles in health, weather control, and interpreting celestial omens. They painted cave pictographs that linked directly to their visions of spirit realms. These practices sustained social order, foretold events, and maintained balance with nature. Astronomy and environmental knowledge. Tribes like the Kumeyaay in Southern California developed astronomical observation systems, e.g., equinox alignment sites, solar calendars, While not directly mythological star people encounters, this points to a broader cultural priority on sky knowledge interwoven with spirituality. Impact on contemporary awareness. Cultural revitalization. In recent decades, many California tribes have revived storytelling, language, and ceremonial practice. Elders such as Joe Talagon and storytellers like Julie Tumame Stensley share star people and creation myths at events. Example: the Ojai Foundation, Joseph Campbell Roundtable to educate both tribal and non-tribal audiences today. Indigenous astronomy initiatives. Projects such as Native Skywatchers, though focused on Ojibwe and Dakota groups, demonstrate a broader movement to integrate indigenous star knowledge with modern astronomy education. California tribal educators are part of this broader indigenous astronomy revival, linking oral traditions to science classrooms. Public understanding of UFO-like elements. While these native star stories are spiritual and symbolic, they have occasionally influenced modern interpretations of UFO folklore. Some UFO enthusiasts reference star people traditions as ancient parallels to contact experiences, though tribal scholars emphasize that such interpretations risk misappropriating sacred beliefs. Notable individuals. Joe Talagon, a Chumash elder and cultural leader, has frequently spoken on Chumash sky knowledge and traditional astronomy, emphasizing how the North Star sky coyote served as moral guide and cosmic reference for planting and ceremony. Julie Tumame Stensley, a Ventureno Chumash elder and storyteller, presents creation stories, sky people myths, and lessons about death and rebirth in public forums, maintaining oral tradition into the present generation. Alan Salazar, a contemporary Chumash science keeper, collaborates in interpreting arborglyphs, tree carvings recording solar motion and bridging native astronomy with public science education at Mount Pinos and ceremonies. Significance in a broader context. Though not UFOs in the modern sense, example: advanced craft piloted by extraterrestrial beings. These oral traditions share striking parallels with recurring themes in modern sightings. Luminous beings, flight, other realms, and teaching from above. But crucially, they reside within spiritual cosmologies rather than mechanical or technological frameworks. Their resurrection in educational and ceremonial settings today underscores their resilience and their relevance to cultural identity and ecological stewardship. Conclusion. In summary, California Native American oral traditions, especially among the Chumash, Yokuts, and Miwok, present a rich tapestry of star people, sky beings, and interworld travel that shaped moral systems, seasonal patterns, mythic identity, and spiritual practice. These stories continue to influence tribal identity, environmental knowledge, and indigenous astronomy movements today. As elders and scientists collaborate to preserve and reinterpret them, they offer an enduring window into humanity's long-standing skyward gaze.